What's up, everyone? Supreme Decisions, and kind of changed up my morning walk, but gonna do it like the story from Corey. Got you. However, I'm actually doing this one this morning. A little landscape on my morning stroll because I want to address a comment that I received. I want to say a couple weeks ago. Video I posted, and I spoke about having an NDA with a few of the police officers. Actually, I believe with my lawsuits. Anyway. And the comment was pretty much, I'm doing the community a disservice for signing an NDA. Now, I went to address it in the comment section. I decided to address it now because I keep forgetting. The average person have no idea how law works. The average person doesn't know what I would consider a chess move. Let's put it that way. And in this case, I actually spoke about it in the principles of chess because I have something for later. Now, the thing is, an NDA is not a sealed record. I'm going to say that one more time. A non-disclosure agreement is not a record that is sealed that you cannot request, which is going into why I constantly tell you to challenge everything, including police officers' testimony, the police officers' warrant affidavit, the police officers' police report. I tell you to get the Giglio information, which is their background information. Now, are there steps that you would have to go through if there is an NDA signed? Absolutely. Does that also benefit you? Absolutely. But here's why there is no disservice. The greatest example is a small city here in Texas called Coffee City. I've been watching reports all morning that have been absolutely humorous. There's a police department of 50 people that are policing 250 people. I'm going to say that one more time because you're probably not going to catch that. There's a police department that have 50 police officers. They are policing 250 people. That police precinct wrote more than 5,000 tickets in one calendar year, 12 months. 250 people, 5,000 tickets. Let that sink in. This went on for years. Now, what was humorous about it was the fact that one person decided to start digging into basically asking for police officer Giglio information because they got a ticket there. That turned into all 50 officers. I'll say that one more time. All 50 officers, including the police chief, those people that I'm going to write a complaint about you. Him, the police chief, also was a criminal. Yeah, I said that right. All 50 officers, including the police chief, were criminals. All of them. All 50. Remember I talked about the 56 in Buffalo? All of them left because they couldn't abuse the protesters that were doing it the right way, the constitutional way, doing it lawfully. Remember those? That's what I'm talking about. Me signing an NDA or anyone signing an NDA has nothing to do with you challenging a police officer's credibility. The problem is, just like these 250 people never challenged the police officers. Why? Because they're told all their life, police officers are good. They wouldn't bother you unless you're doing something. Really. There's an average of 20 citations being given to each individual in that city. Nobody bothered to challenge the validity of any of those citations. Let that sink in. I always speak about 95% of people do not challenge anything that's said to them. That was an entire city paying more than $1 million in citations and court fees in 1 year. 250 people. Just let that sink in. Even here in El Paso, the funniest thing was, because I love speaking to police officers that come into the restaurants, and they tell me, well, a lot of guys, meaning police officers, will write a citation because they don't like the person that has no offense to it. There's no offense tied to it because they know the majority of people are not going to challenge it. And if you challenge it, it gets thrown out. Why? Because they're not writing citations on law. They're not writing citations based on actual violations because no one's challenging it. So understand, a non-disclosure agreement has nothing to do with your challenging. It's just not going to be openly handed to you unless you ask for it. Problem is, nobody's asking.